Hey everyone, this is Thoughts on Tweets, second episode. Welcome to this series. Fine. Here I have taken the tweet of Gopal Kavali Reddy. He has listed the data for 3 years of IPOs. Okay. So, what is this IPO? IPO means whenever a company is private and it wants to enter the share market, what it does is they have to go through a process which is being ruled and regulated by SEBI, Security Exchange Board of India. Fine. Uh, this board will, excuse me, this SEBI will check whether the company is good or not, how is this company performing, all those things, and will declare whether this company is allowed to take sell shares to the public and raise from funds from that. Okay, so why does why does all these companies want to enter share market? They want to enter the share market for one reason: to raise funds from the people. Fine. So for in return, what they do is they give back the shares, like partial ownership of the company. So this is the reason why people want to, I mean, companies want to enter the share market. All the big companies, Apple, Microsoft, Google in India, Infosys, Tata's, uh, Reliance, Wipro, Mahindra, all these companies have raised funds from the public. Fine. So what is the meaning of IPO? IPO means initial public offering. So when the company is a private company, people cannot buy the shares of that company. Initial public offering means they are this is the first time they are going to give shares to the public and raise funds from that. That is the meaning of initial public offering. Fine. So what happens is so many lot of investors have a mindset. Fine. I have a mindset to gain profit using IPOs. What happens is uh, when the company is ready for IPO, the company decides a share price. Okay, for their shares. For a share, the company decides a price. Like one share is equal to 50 rupees or 100 rupees. Okay, and during IPO, the shares can be bought only in a lot. Okay, a lot contains a number of shares. It cannot be one or two. This number of shares in a lot is fixed by the company. It can be 10 or 20. The company decides that. Fine. So, and there will be a limit on the number of lots you buy also. Fine. You cannot buy thousand lots because you have lot of money. There will be a limitation on that also. Okay. Then yeah, this is what you should be knowing about IPO. Then yeah, during the IPO, the company sets a price for the shares, right? Let it be 100 rupees. Okay. Some investors, they have the mindset that while the company, uh, okay, fine, fine. So what happens is during IPO, the company will say that this share of one, sorry, price of one share is like 50 rupees or 100 rupees, and you can buy the shares only in lot. You cannot buy one or two. There will be minimum number of shares in a lot. Okay, 15, sorry, that will be fixed number of shares in a lot. It will be a fixed number. It can be 10, 20, or even, it can be even 5 or 30. Okay, it is like, sorry, it is like that. So what happens is we can only buy in lots. We cannot buy number of shares. Okay. uh, yeah. So the company has fixed their price for one share. Suppose one lot contains 10 shares and one share is 100 rupees. The one lot costs 1000 rupees. Okay. So what many people think is we'll buy the shares, that will buy lots for 1000 rupees now, and they hope that while the company is listing on the share market. Okay. uh, Sorry, before listing, one process happens. Suppose there are like 1 lakh shares. Okay, the company which is coming into the share market is willing to issue 1 lakh shares. Fine. But there have been 2 lakh people. Let us take 1 lakh 30,000 shares sorry, we'll consider that there are 1 lakh lots, and there have been more than 1 lakh 30,000 lots applied. Okay, sorry, if there are 1 lakh lots and people have applied for 1 lakh 30 lots, so what will happen is the remaining 30,000 lots will not be allotted to the people. What will happen is the company will randomly select the people, and the remaining people will get back their money which they have deposited for the IPOs. Okay, they will get back the money, no need to worry about the money. So only one, if they tell 1 lakh shares, 1 lakh lots are to be allotted, only 1 lakh lots will be allotted. Okay, so, so what happens is it will get listed on the share market. The listed in the sense it is the first day the share will be entering the share market. Okay, from when it enters the share market, we can buy it in one number or two number. You can buy three shares, one share, four shares, and we can buy it like that. Fine. Yeah, so many people believe that most good IPOs, sorry, shares of the good companies, when it enters from IPO to the market, it will be listing with huge profit. Like what happened with DMart was around 300 or 600 rupees. While it entered the share market, it doubled. Okay, so if you had invested 1 lakh, it doubled, like it became 2 lakhs just within like a time period of 1 week or 2 weeks. Okay, just while it entered the share market on the first day of its share market history, increased the wealth of shareholders by two times. Okay, so that is what many people hope, and they invest. They think that okay, if I buy if I invest for 1 lakh, and even if it increases by 30 percentage, I'll get 1 lakh 30,000. I'll get the profit and I'll move out. But most of the times it doesn't happen. Most of the times the chances are there that it will be listing negatively. So that is what he has shown here in this picture. If you can see here, these are the companies which entered the share market in 2020. These are the companies which entered the share market in 2019, in 2018. If we can see, we'll be knowing some companies in this. Yeah, Angel Broking is one such companies. Fine, Angel Broking is one such company which offers demat account for people and mutual funds, all those stuff. Then SBI cards and payment services. This is what, if you are a SBI credit card user, that credit card belongs to SBI cards and payment services. Fine. Yeah, and we all know S Bank. Then UTI is a PSU. Okay, this is also mostly known to people. See, while listing itself, these four companies have listed negatively in 2020. These four companies have listed negatively, and in 2019, yeah, again six companies. In 2018, like 10 companies, around 10 companies have listed negatively, and this company Carda Construction has listed 20 percentage less. It means if you had invested 1 lakh, you had lost 20,000 rupees without doing anything. You just applied for the IPO, you have lost 20 percentage. And ICICI Securities also undergone the same thing. Fine. Yeah, and other these companies, I have really no idea what these companies are. These companies also have reduced by 10 percentage, 20 percentage, 12 percentage. This is very huge, right? Yeah, so that is the reason why we have to be we need not apply for the IPO actually. If it is becoming double, let it double. The opportunity will always knock the doors of stock market. Okay, so you just have to be patient. It is your wish, completely your wish. If you have the guts to take the risk, you can go ahead and take the risk. And yeah, share market is also about risk and patience, right? If you take the risk and you get the profit, you take it. If you don't get the profit, it's fine. You can always earn from other places. So the first thing we have to remember about IPO is, when a private company is willing to raise funds from the people, it will offer shares to them. Okay, this process is called initial public offering. Then what happens is during IPO we cannot buy one or two shares. We can only buy shares in lots. Okay, like a lot will be having a fixed number of shares. It can be 10 or 20 or 25. There is no fixed number that it should be only 10, it should be only 20. It depends on the company. Fine. Yeah, next thing is many investors believe that after the IPO, when it is entering the stock market on its first day, that is what when it is getting listed. People say when it is a listing date, it is called a listing date. People think that it will give them 20 percentage profit or 50 percentage profit or double their money. Many people think like that, but here we have the examples. So many examples are there where we can find out that it is not always the case. Fine. Even big companies like ICC Securities are have faced 15 percentage loss. So many companies have faced losses on their first day. Okay, see, this is what I was speaking about in my previous video. SBI Cards and Payment Services, I have actually applied for this IPO. I have paid around 15,000 or 17,000. Okay, what happened was, when it got listed on the share market, it got 10%, almost 10 percentage less than your invested value. Thankfully I did not get list I did not get my shares that time. Fine. Okay, this is one of my IPO experience. Next thing is, uh, I wanted to say something and I, yeah, got deviated. Yeah, not IPO. Buying shares in IPO is little bit risky. Even though people forget that, even I was thinking that if I buy IPO, and obviously it will increase the, it will be positive when it gets listed. It is a misconception. It can be listed with negative returns also. Okay, negative returns in the sense whether it is a profit or loss, it is called as return. Fine. So that is to be kept in mind. uh, yeah, so it is okay. Intelligent Investor uh, guy, the book author of the Intelligent Investor guy, is considered to be one of the biggest legends of theory of, I mean, the words in the Intelligent Investor are considered to be Bible of investments. So what he says is that buying shares during IPO is not such a good idea. He says that you can wait when it gets listed. If you know it is a good company, you buy it during the IPO itself. If you're just buying it for the sake of buying and selling during the listing date, maybe it is not such a good idea. Okay. So he's saying that it is better to overall result, that overall judgment is that he says that it is better to avoid buying shares during IPO. He says that buy it when it gets listed. Okay, that's all. Yeah, okay, now we have to see the comments. Okay, he's saying that 20th November prices have been used for calculation of current gains. It means on 20th November, what was the price? They have used that date, that for calculation. This guy is Sanket Murarka says that great data on IPO, but he's saying that it is difficult to correlate negative returns with year on year negative. Fine. Okay. I have not tried to correlate the data with any hypothesis yet. Also, PSUs are out of my tracking for you. After being disappointed for more than a decade of underperformance, I moved on and have avoided PSUs, IRCTC included. See, now we have to understand what is this PSU. PSU is a public sector undertaken companies like BHEL, a State Bank, or ONGC, NTPC. All these are PSU companies. He believes that actually many investors think that PSUs cannot give good returns for the investors. Okay, it many investors have lost hope on PSU companies. If you can just go to YouTube and search what PSU or uh, investor what investors feel about PSUs, you can get some idea. How much ever I have seen in YouTube and other places, many people have lost interest in PSU due to their lack of earning profit, like earning good profit from the business. Yeah, he has avoided IRCTC also. Even though IRCTC have given three times its initial investment. Okay, even though it has given three times initial investment, he has not invested in not investment investing. He is not even following IRCTC. Okay, this guy booked profit in Bandhan Bank 65 percentage and is holding IRCTC shares. He's asking what is wrong with Bandhan Bank because I think this guy GVK Reddy, he thinks that Bandhan Bank is a PSU company and he thinks that PSU banks will flop in the future or it won't, its share price won't increase in the future. That is what he's saying. This GVK Reddy. Uh, you present the, I cannot understand Hindi that much, so I'm avoiding this Hindi part. This guy is saying that this data is presented in layman terms. It means normal guys also can understand this. No allotment in IPO since IRCTC didn't apply for Gland Pharma. Pharma is a company, pharmaceutical companies, right? Medicine, injection, all those things are pharma companies. This Gland Pharma got listed recently, and this guy has not applied for it. Yeah, others are just appreciating him. Bye bye. So if you have any doubts about IPO, you can comment it down below. Bye bye.